speed changes with waves. That's what we're doing, speed changes and waves, okay? I'm gonna first break down the foundation of an arm wave, okay? Then I'm gonna do some of the foundations of speed changes. Boom, put them together, make some magic. All right, first, waves, all right? Now, I swear this is not, if you're getting this and you haven't signed to Ill Skills, this is not my cheesy, salesy way to try to get you. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna go super in depth in the waves because I do that in the actual course, but here's a breakdown though. I'm gonna kind of go over the fingers sort of quickly. Here, boom, boom, okay? 90 degrees, right angle, okay? Boom, boom. And it went up. Now these knuckles went up. Now these go down, this comes up. All right, see that? Now, this is gonna go from here to there. But first the dog's gonna stop barking. Zoe, no barking. See, she stopped barking. Okay, here we go. Boom. This goes down, this comes up, boom. Also 90 degrees, see that? Try to keep these fingers straight. 90 degrees, okay? Wrist comes up, okay? There are other things I could do. I could do this, I could do that, of course. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so we're gonna do this one though. It goes up a little more each time. Dun, dun, dun. This goes down, this comes up. Okay, so I can keep still. All right, this goes down, this comes up. Think of a wheel, it's turning. It's different than this. This can just go straight up and down, okay? This, I curve it. See what I'm saying? This goes just up and down, like I can have it between two panes of glass, two walls, but this is different. It rotates, it's built differently. So it does this, okay? So when you do that, I'm gonna show you something. Keep this in mind for later in the lesson. You can compensate. Some people are really flexible and they can do that. Think of this as the middle point. It's like that's the part that doesn't move in a way. Like it's like imagine there's, boom, something just like an arrow just, and there's just something through the arm and you can't move from this point is all I'm saying. You can move around it, but you can't move the arm. And let's not hurt ourselves and put an arrow through our arm, but just say something's here and then there and then it's stuck. And you can't move that, you can't do that. All you can do is, this is the point from where that happens, okay? Just quick tangent, you could go there, see that? That was the point from where I moved. I could go there, this was the point from where I moved. Was the elbow. Right now I'm gonna do here. This is the point from where I move, okay? Now we can compensate if we want. So notice, I'm not just moving the arm now, I'm moving this at the same time, okay? Or not. Now, shoulder. Elbow goes into the shoulder. Notice the hand stays still though. Boom, boom. Now from the shoulder to the chest. So the shoulder, I had to go up and forward. You could also have it just go up, up. I'm gonna have it go up and forward, okay? For example, boom. Now, goes down into the chest, chest, into the shoulder. I'd have it just go up. I could have it go up and forward, a bunch of different ways. I'm gonna have it go up and forward for this one, okay? Boom, shoom. Remember, this stays still. And now, I'm just gonna wave down. I'm gonna wave down like I come down to this point. So many ways to do it though. This could be what is called a fixed point and I just wave to that, okay? This one is, I'm gonna go down like it's my elbows on the table and now the rest of my hands coming down to that table, okay? All right, once again, boom, 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 or boom, boom. I'm gonna go back up to normal. So I've changed it up a little bit this time. Huh, boom, shoom. All right. And there we go. That is one way we can do an arm wave. I showed you some little other directions you can go for a second. Yeah, but there's many ways that we can do it, all right? Now, let's do a little bit more. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Let's get the shoulder, okay? Let's get some details with the shoulder. Let's say from this part, I do that, okay? So instead of just here, sorry, 1 second, that shoulder up and then back, let's add a little bit more detail now. So I can just have it go forward, forward and up, and then back as the chest. I go back and the chest, my torso goes back, shoulder goes back, torso goes back, chest goes out. See that? Boom, okay? Two things happening at the same time, okay? Once again, talk about this more later. Two things happening at the same time, boom. Now the shoulder comes up. Now, it can go up, and then once it's at the top, it's kind of at the top. I then start going back as I go back with the shoulder, back and down as the chest comes up. Those are three things happening at the same time, okay? The shoulder starts going back. So I forward and I'm up. Now the shoulder starts going back and down. But at the same time, back and down, my torso moves up until it's like straight here. At the same time, the chest starts going out. Three things: shoulder, torso, chest, okay? Pay attention to those things. How many things are happening simultaneously to get that cool illusion that you're making? Sometimes it's so simple, it's just one thing. Sometimes it's two things, three things. Keep that in mind. Now, we moved into this shoulder. Now we're gonna move out this shoulder. Always, we got many options, okay? I could do that. I could just do it straight out. See this? This is the normal way. If one goes back, one goes forward. Okay? All right? But instead we did something a little interesting. Boom. I could go there. I could, and I am gonna go there, okay? And I'll explain that. I'm gonna go that way. I go down, I change my level, and I go towards my right. Up. So notice there are two halves of the shoulder roll. Down. Up. Down, okay? Up, oops, that was funky. In a not good way. Okay, and as it goes down, it goes into the elbow at the same time, okay? A lot about waves and a lot of movements in general. It's not really one thing. It's a couple things happening simultaneously. The more you understand everything that's involved in that movement, the doper you'll be, the more creative you can be with breaking stuff down, okay? So once again, remember that. I'm going to talk about this later on. Multiple things happening simultaneously. And I'm going to do some things intentionally with that. Okay, up for the first half. I don't move anything else. This naturally lifts my arm up, so I'm sure, but nothing's really, I'm not displaying anything being moved except right here. Now as it goes down, at the same time, I went forward with my torso, okay? Now once again, that is the center point. And then tabletop. That's what I'm doing for that one, okay? Going to do the same thing, just opposite. Up to the wrist, to the side, excuse me. Come up. Now that part for the second half, remember, come up first half with the shoulder. Now as the shoulder goes back and down, I come back up straight. Now up with the shoulder and forward into the elbow. Center point, tabletop. Okay, got out there, got this fixed point, could do some other weird stuff. All right, now we got a little bit of shoulder rolls. Just to give you a slight, like a little taste, we can go in or out, we can go forward or back when going in. We can go forward or back when going out with the shoulder wave. Watch what I'm saying. In, forward, in and back, okay? Out, forward, out and back. And that's one you don't really see much, okay? You can do this as an exercise right here. You can do this as an exercise right here. You can stay still. You could go big, big, in and back, in and back, in and back. This is a really good exercise right here. You can do it just like that. You to do it just like that, just the elbow and the shoulder, okay? Okay, so you practice those. And then you really get a deeper understanding of how you can go big with the waves too. And then since I know what's moving at the same time, like I know what I can do with it, I take one wave that's just doing this and I can do all this other stuff with it. See what I'm saying? Okay, moving on now. So remember, I was talking about simultaneously moving multiple pieces. Now let's do that further. Okay, so let's say, so yeah, for example, okay, simple enough. The idea was each part, I just move my head either to the left or the right. And that's it, okay? Let's add another layer now. And maybe you need to practice that for a while because it's not a live class. You can pause and just practice that until you feel comfortable before moving on. Now, let's add that same timing. Every important part of the wave, I am going to move, but differently. Okay? So I'm kind of being like maybe a little mechanical or just even taking a step is enough. Just one thing, you move one thing to another part and then stop, and that's it. That goes with the wave. Okay, see what I'm saying there? And just to, I know I've been teaching this wave. Another one is you can just go straight. It's like really breaking your wave down into different segments. Here, and I come back up to that elbow. Okay? Boom. Or there. And that is the point that is like still. The point that's isolated. This point now is isolated and it looks like that. Okay? All right, so just only that. Only that. Okay? So moving things simultaneously. Just to freestyle for a second, show you all the things you can do. Okay? So you can get more complex with it. You can just move as like you're dancing and add your dance style to the movement. It's just something comes to the top and that's when you end the movement. Something goes to the very bottom. I don't go any lower right now. That's when I end the movement. Now maybe I move to the side. Now maybe I move back, okay? You just play with it, okay? I can step on the ball of my foot. I can go down on the heel. Those are both important parts. I come up with my leg. Boom, I come forward with my leg. I bring the leg down. I bring the heel down, okay? Each of those are important parts. So not the foot, just the foot as a whole, the ball, the heel. Okay? Boom. Yeah, stuff like that. Okay, now we got the waves down. Let's move on to the speed changes. All right, now speed changes, okay? We got the waves, we're gonna do the speed changes, and we're gonna do the speed changes with the waves because that's what this lesson is about. Here we go. All right, speed changes. So one way you can look at speed changes is simply just doing one motion pretty fast, really fast, then slow. Boom. Ha! You know, there's this point where, and I'm kind of using, it's not a hit, but I'm using the same energy, but maybe softer. It's not like I'm like, boom, you know, like that would be different. Boom, it's not like a full-on hit, but I'm tensing. And for me, I go either in or I go out. And that is the energy that I bring with the speed change. Boom. I mean, sometimes I'll do like maybe just the arm, and And I'm still activating that. I'm still activating it. I'm always about this core right here, these abs and this diaphragm. That's how I, boom, and I went in, boom. So let's say we're just going here, okay? Now I could just do that. I don't get nearly as much power. Watch now when I add my torso. Boom, 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 boom. See what I'm saying? Boom, boom, and I'm twisting. I'm just twisting, twisting. Boom, boom. And that really helps me. I'm doing that twist, and my weight, I can feel like this leg's bending a little bit, this leg's straightening, and then I'm going in just a little bit and tensing my diaphragm and my abs. Boom, 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 boom. Even though you don't see it, I can feel like this bent, this went straight. When I go that way, oh, there's so many ways. I could bend that way. I could bend that way too. It's just something about one going bent, one going straight that can help a lot. Boom, 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 See, there's the opposite. Now this one's bending, going in. Boom. Okay, see that, or that. They both work. There's just something about that opposite. One's bent, one's straight. I do that a lot when doing speed changes, okay? So, we got this twist going on for this one. We got one bent, one straight, and there's also something with the arms. The arms are what are really, boom, and I'm kind of stopping. For this one, I'm moving everything, and then I'm only moving the arms. It's like you're putting all this motion into something, and it's like, okay, now you got it, arms. It's like my support system is this, all right, is my torso, is my base too, right here. And then it's like, okay, arms, you got the rest of it. And now there's less motion, there's less momentum because all the power was here, and now it's like, you're free, and they're kind of, but it's slower now. It's not as fast. Boom, they're on their own, and they're not as fast without that base, without that core. Boom, okay? Boom, boom, boom. And a lot of people, they'll do what's called warps. And so if you go warp speed, you know that means you're going extremely fast, like speed of light, okay? So warping, boom, boom. And I honestly don't do it that much anymore. I like being subtler, but let's say you go really fast. Boom, boom, boom. And by the way, little history thing. The person who I know who really made up this style, his name's Flat Top, one of the baddest ever of all time. If you don't know, you need to know, you gotta know, you gotta go to YouTube right now. Flat Top Homeland, type that in. It was Flat Top of this place called Homeland. It's one of the coolest videos. Every video he does is amazing. Okay, so he had this move called the Matrix, and he'd be like, boom, then out of nowhere, he'd just be like, boom. And he called it the Matrix because of the movie The Matrix, and they'd have special effects like that. Okay. Then Mad Chad took that. He made it. He would do it more often. Flat Top did it as like a single move, and then Mad Chad took it and he made like a whole style out of it, you know. And I was really inspired by it, and I added that to my waves. Okay. Hence, speed changes with waves right here. Warp is just like the really fast way to do a speed change. Okay. All right, because we could be subtle. And so once again, for me, it's changing levels. And I mean, sometimes I'll go bent with both legs. I won't do this every time. Boom, boom. So the consistent thing for me that always works for me is this core, okay? So slow, kind of a little faster, but slow, lightning fast. You wanna go big? Boom, boom. Or small, boom. Okay, and so it's kind of fun. You can maybe just be waving out, boom, boom. And a lot of times you can see maybe I'm just keeping this kind of the same speed, boom, and it's the torso that's really showing it. It's different because here's everything moving really fast and then slow at the same time, or boom, boom. See what I'm saying? This is more just the body's moving fast, but the arms are staying the same speed. You can play, there's a lot of ways you can play with speed changes, okay? So, you can do it with waves, all right? Now speed changes with waves. Remember, we did the simultaneous things happening with multiple things, right? Multiple things, multiple movements happening simultaneously, all right? So, here is one thing right there. Remember this? Check out the timing. Now let's change the timing. All right, so it's a big moment. This is really putting the speed changes with the waves, okay? I wanna make a big deal about this. Blah, 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 yeah, bouncing around, dig it. This is really important. Here we go. Okay, I did 2 speed changes there. They're at specific moments though, okay? Okay, let's break that down. So here normal, and then all of a sudden fast. So right from here to there, I went fast, okay? Then slow. And now the shoulder is one important part, but I could break, remember I broke down the shoulder into 2 parts. The shoulder going up to the top, the tippy top, down to the low, okay? Even though contrastingly, my body goes up, because see, this goes up, and the shoulder goes down as I go up, okay? But that was the important part. Chill, and then boom, fast, okay? Chill, fast. Once again, no counts, nothing like that. Here we go. Boom, okay? Let's go a little slower. Boom. That's it. You can even see me doing like a little hit to get it. If you don't know hitting or anything, that's okay. It's just speeding up. For me, I'm not even gonna call it a hit, but just like I'll call it like a very tiny hit, okay? I'll compromise. It's sort of a hit. Some people would say it would not be a hit. To me, it's like a very small hit. Okay? And then just go out slowly, okay? Okay, and you can have different tensions, different speeds, as I said before, all in the same wave though, okay? So we did 2 main speed changes. One's gonna go kind of fast, and the other's gonna go like warp speed, okay? Same thing. See that? So you can have different variations of speed changes. Instead of just thinking of it as fast, slow, whatever speed, you could also think it of as you're moving through a different environment that's thicker, or that's like this right now. I'm moving slow and it looks like it's thick. I'm in water, or I'm in even something that's thicker than water. And now, now it's thicker again. And all of a sudden you get some speed because the consistency changes. Like I'm not in air right now, I'm in something different, okay? Many ways to play with this, many ways to think of it. And when you think of it differently, it looks different too. So that's what's cool about speed changes, okay? So yeah, just a freestyle, just to show you some stuff that I do when I add speed changes. Yeah, so there you go. Speed changes with waves. I love them. They help make waving way more dynamic. And they just add all this texture. And yeah, I love it. I got nothing else to say except waves are dope. Speed changes are dope. Waving with speed changes are super dope. Thanks for watching. Peace.